Good afternoon. Had to grab my water because I've had enough coffee this morning. I had a wonderful breakfast with one of my sweet friends, and it was a lovely couple hours spending time with a positive, beautiful person. So thank you, Stephanie. I enjoyed our time together greatly. You have no idea. All right, looking for the live. Oh, there we go. And I have 2 on already. So be sure to say hi and let me know you're on with me and share any comments. Share this video. I'm going to plug in my phone so that it charges while I'm doing this because it tends to drain my battery. So sorry for the shaky. And I'm going to turn off a light here too because let's see how this is going to work so that you don't get those orbs. Let's see if that helps. Give me a second. So today is Listen at Lunch episode 28. That means 14 weeks we've been together, and I am so excited that you are sticking with me and you're enjoying what I share because I share what I love. Today's Friday's focus, since it is Friday, and I am focusing on one. So one stamp set, matching die cut, one die cut set, and one grouping of designer series paper, and basically one color family. Now, why did I choose this set? I don't know. Take a look at it. It is, okay, let me lift it up so that you can see better so there's not a glare because this light wants to give me a glare. Let's see if I can do this better. So this is called Nothing's Better Than. And needless to say, there are, 4 options here. Coffee, cookies, cocktails, chocolate, and then you have the images that go with it. So this is a very versatile set, and we're going to have some fun with it today. Super simple sketch, one set of designer series paper, one stamp set, one die cut, matching die cuts. So let's get going. I chose, what do you think I'm going to choose? Gee, I'll give you a guess. What do I usually have in front of me at every episode? Yep, you got it. Inkin a latte. Gotta have that coffee. So, here are my pieces. And we're going to be working with the coffee cup. We're going to make a really cute card. Now, this is Misty Moonlight, one of the new In Colors that coordinates with the In Color Designer Series paper, which you get 48 sheets. Let me make sure. 40 sheets, I'm sorry. So you get 8 sheets of each of the 5 colors. And there are 4 different patterns. These are really fun. So I chose Misty Moonlight, and because Misty Moonlight is darker, I cut a piece that I'm going to put on the inside. So let's just do that right now. And I now have learned, I hope I don't jinx myself, but I have learned how to use the Stampin Seal, and so I just want you to listen. Isn't that great? Okay, so I put it on the back, and this is going to be on the inside of the card because, needless to tell you, you can already see Misty Moonlight is kind of a dark color, and unless you're writing with a black pen and you want someone to like really squint to see it, what you're writing, I think it's best to put in a little white sheet so that it just completes the card and you can see what you're writing on the inside as you're greeting. All right, now because these are photopolymer stamps that I'm using, you know the drill. I'm going to use my Stampin' Pierce mat or a foam piece so that when we stamp, we have the cush and it shows up. So let me go to, give me a wave if you're watching today. So I'm going to take this top piece and I'm going to stamp some coffee cups with Memento Black, which is back in stock, people. This is a good one. This stamp set, or this, excuse me, this ink pad, because it's a Memento ink, it's made by, I'm not even going to be able to pronounce it. See that word? It's made by them. Anyway, it's a felt pad, ink pad, and the cap goes right on the top. So what you want to do when you're storing this is turn it upside down so that the ink stays at the top of the pad. Important to know. This has been on back order for quite a long time. It's back in stock. Lots of people were making lots of cards. All right, so I am going to take this cute little coffee cup stamp from the Nothing's Better Than, and I'm going to stamp a few of these. And I forgot to get some scrap paper because I am going to stamp off. I'm going to stamp a few of these coffee cups all over the top because I love coffee. And you can see right where you're stamping, so it's kind of nice. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to take my chamois and I'm going to clean this. Oh, wait. Yeah. I'll clean it off and set it aside. But we will come back to that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inside shading of the coffee cup. And I need to go grab some scrap paper. Because you definitely need scrap paper. Oh, I guess I didn't need it. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, so the reason that I got scrap paper is because this Misty Moonlight is pretty dark. And that's why we put the white piece on the inside. But when we're stamping, I'm going to stamp the inside of this coffee cup with the Misty Moonlight, but I'm not going to take the first inked image. I'm going to stamp off and then ink it, because otherwise it's just going to, well, I can show you. I'll show you what's going to happen instead of trying to describe it, because I'm not really good at describing. Okay, so I just inked up that image, and then I'm going to take the shading on the inside, and this is a super juicy pad, and our ink pads, Stampin' Up's ink pads, when you close it up, it automatically turns your ink pad over, so the ink automatically stays at the top, so you don't have to turn these over. You can just let the cap do its job. Okay, so I'm going to set this over here, and I'm going to ink this up, and you're going to see how dark it is. So if I take that first image and I color in the cup with that first image, oh, I did a really good job lining it up, but look how dark it is. So, and I got lots of ink all around because I pressed too hard, I think. So I'm going to clean it off and try again. So what I'm going to do is ink it up real good, and then I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to go to the coffee cup. And my camera's in the way of my head being able to really line this up. So now, look at the difference. So I've just inked it up, stamped off, and then I've stamped it on so you can see it better. Still the same color, just a little lighter. So really you're getting 2 for 1. So I'm going to do that with all the coffee cups. And it's okay if they're a little bit off, because I'm a little bit off. Hi, Lou. Hi, Stephanie. I gave you a shout out because I love you. All right, and here we go. So ink it up, stamp off. And if you get some on your block, Just be careful when you're stamping or clean it off. Okay, one more, and I got it on my block. And when you're stamping with a photopolymer, it really does help if you, when you press down and you hold it for 3 seconds. Like you've heard me say, my name is Keri, my name is Keri, my name is Keri. And then lift it up, and you get this great image. Okay, so we've got this stamped. Set my scrap piece aside. Next, I'm going to take this piece of Designer Series paper, which is the Misty Moonlight, out of the In Color cardstock, In Color Designer Series paper pack. I'm going to close these up because otherwise I'll get ink all over me, which I did last night and it hasn't come off yet. Inkin a latte. Okay, and I am going to, look at that, oh my gosh. So very lightly, it's so quiet. Look at that, hear that, oh. Okay, I'm gonna put this down here at the bottom of my Whisper White cardstock. All right. Now before I add this onto here, I'm also going to take one ribbon, which is the matching Misty Moonlight ribbon, and with my paper snips, I'm going to just cut off a piece that's going to overlap my Whisper White, and then I'm going to come on the back side, and I can see where the Designer Series paper is, so I want to make sure that I'm putting adhesive along the sides because I'm going to wrap that ribbon around. Yep, okay. All right, we're good. Should be good there. I'm going to put one in the middle to be on the safe side. All right, now I'm going to turn this back over and take my ribbon. See, it's just one strip. And I've wrapped my ends around, so they're going to tuck right underneath my card, this card layer. See how I've done that? And I'm going to go ahead and put this right onto my card base. Voila. Am I done? Absolutely not. So I'm going to turn it over because I'm going to tie knots and tie bows upside down. And that way, usually, the little tails lay in the right direction. And I'm just going to tie a half knot right over the top. Trim my ends so it's all pretty. Now the reason that I've tied this half knot on, and I'm being redundant here because the majority of you that follow me know, or that have come to my classes know, that I tie the little ends on so that you can move this around wherever you want. So that's the nice beauty of tying it on top of the base ribbon instead of wrapping it all the way around and then tying it. Then you can't move it around and it gets a little chunky when you do it that way too. So this way is very good. Very versatile. Then you can just center your bow wherever you want it. Okay, so that's the Misty Moonlight coordinating ribbon. Okay, so we've got our card. Isn't that cute? But we're not done. What I've done is I cut out, oh, and I still need this, I cut out a stitch shape circle. It is the second largest in the stitch shapes. And we are going to stamp some words in Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to start at the bottom and go up, and you'll see why. I'm going to stamp Kind of Day. So you'll see in this stamp set there are so many sayings that you can use, but I'm going to use this one and start from the bottom. And they're photopolymer. I'm going to tap very gently because this pad is super juicy. And I'm going, you can see exactly where you're stamping it. I'm going to stamp it right at the bottom because that's going to be the end of my sentence. Kind of day. Okay. And I'm doing this so that they center up really nicely. Next, I'm going to ink up coffee. See where I'm going here, I'm sure. Yep, and I got some on my block, so I got to be careful here. All right, I'm going to move it over here a little bit. Just go for it, Keri. All right, stamp it down, hold it. 1, 2, 3. Clean it off. And set it aside. And the last one I'm going to stamp is Today is A. I'm going to ink that up very carefully because this is a super big block, but you know me, I like to use bigger blocks because then I have a wider area to center this. I can see better. Okay. So I have that inked up really good. I'm going to come over here and stamp Today is A. My name is Keri. My name is Keri. My name is Keri. Today is a coffee kind of day. And I forgot to tell you, I did case these, which means copy and save everything, or copy and share everything. I did case these from another demonstrator whose name is Pam Gaynor. So thank you, Pam. There we go. But we're not done there. So we're going to pop that on here, but it still needs something, right? So let's take a little scrap piece of paper, which I did not bring. Here's a little scrap piece of Whisper White. And get my coffee cup out again, because we're going to stamp this coffee cup with Memento Black. And we're going to fill it in by stamping off with Misty Moonlight. And again, ink it up. See that it's all inked up. Stamp off on your scrap paper. It looks like it's going to be really faint, but my name is Keri. My name is Keri. My name is Keri. That's a little off. I could do it again, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that. And then we're going to cut it out with the coffee cup die that coordinates with this, right? So you're just going to put this over the top, run it through your die cut machine, and through the power of preparing in advance in the internet, voila, it comes out like this. Very cool, huh? So now I'm going to take dimensionals, and I'm going to put this right here. So I'm going to be putting dimensionals on the top and the bottom, 2 on each side, because you don't need them here because they're going to stick to the ribbon, and that's going to kind of wobble it just a little bit. You don't need them there because the ribbon will stabilize the center portion underneath. So I'm going to put 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. I just grabbed what was on top, the little ones. That will work fine. I'm going to press those down good. And then take off the little sheath. Whoop. And then I'm going to center this pretty much right here, so it's even. Okay, cute, huh? Now we're going to pop this baby up too. because coffee pops me up, that's for sure. I'm just going to put 2 on. And we're going to put it right here. Voila! Isn't that cute? Today is a coffee kind of day. Now what are we missing? Maybe we should put one of the little coffee cups here. You think? I think so. I think we should put a coffee cup here. So let's do that. And what else am I missing? Hi, Lisa. All right. So I'm going to put a coffee cup down here in the bottom. This seems to be the most common place to put it. I could put it up here too. Or I could put it over in the corner. Or I could put it right in the center. I'm going to put it down here. Voila. And then again, I'm going to ink up the shading. Is my scrap paper right in front of me and I don't see it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I hid it underneath my computer. Stamp off. See how dark that is? And then I'm going to stamp it right over the top of my coffee cup. My name is Keri. My name is Keri. My name is Keri. Voila. We have a little coffee cup on the inside too. Should we stop there? No. Absolutely not. You know what we're going for. We got to stamp the envelope too. So here we go. There. Now, and I better close this up or I'm going to get ink all over my projects and my hands and then I'll be sad. All right, so here we have Misty Moonlight. Today is a coffee kind of day. This is Misty Moonlight Designer Series paper, Misty Moonlight ribbon, and there's a cute little coffee cup on the inside and on your envelope. How sweet is that? Isn't that adorable? This is way better, way better. Doesn't even compare to those store-bought greeting cards that are just a photo with some words on the inside. This means so much more when you send this. Like I always say, it's love with a fold in the middle. Yep. Okay, so of course I've got to show you the other samples that I made using Nothing's Better Than. Ready? Because we have a whole bunch of different colors to use. So, here we go. Here is today is a cookies kind of day. And I didn't stamp a cookie on the inside, but I think I might have to go back and do that. But I did stamp a cookie on the outside. Now these to me look like they're peanut butter cookies with maybe some chips, peanut butter or chocolate chips, chocolate chip peanut butter cookies. This is the Bumblebee, a new In Color. I actually stamped this in soft suede. And of course this is Memento Ink with Bumblebee on the inside. And the Bumblebee I did not stamp off. Isn't that adorable? Okay, you see a pattern going here? Same design, just all one color basically, with the same Designer Series paper. Today is a cocktails kind of day. We have Magenta Madness, and I tied a little bow here, but I don't really like bows. It's kind of bulky with this ribbon, so I only did the bow on this one. And of course, I stamped the cocktail on the envelope. Isn't that adorable? And let me show you something. See the little lime? I'm assuming that's a lime. It could be a lemon. And the little umbrella? They're actually little fillers to put in the outline, so you don't have to color those in. Isn't that cute? And there's the little cocktail on the inside with the ice cubes. So cute. Okay, we're missing one. Which one is it? Yes, we have one more. Today is a chocolate kind of day. Look at those yummy chocolates. Now I used cinnamon cider, designer series paper. I didn't have the cinnamon cider ribbon, so I did use the soft suede, which is, no, it's not soft suede. Hold on. I gotta tell you exactly what it is because it feels like suede. It's early espresso and it feels like suede. It's from the World of Good Sweet. And I like dark chocolate if I'm going to eat chocolate, which I don't very often, surprisingly. So I used that early espresso. I colored this in with cinnamon cider, which is the designer series paper, and the cardstock. And then I took a blender pen, which was the soft suede, and I went in and colored in to give accents to these truffles, these chocolates. And I colored them twice because the first time didn't really show up on the cinnamon cider or over the cinnamon cider. So I did go back with the soft suede twice and color these in. So these chocolates look like they're really wonderful truffles. And yes, I did stamp the envelope, but I didn't color them in. So I'll have to go back and color those in. So there's my 4 cards today. All from one stamp set, one package of designer series paper. And you have to know, our envelopes are super wonderful quality envelopes. So when you're ordering your supplies, be sure to throw in, they come in, this is the medium size. In America, we have the A2, which is a medium size. And they come in Whisper White and Very Vanilla. I use a lot of Whisper White. So be sure to add envelopes to your order. And there are my 4 cards. You can, I will post my samples on our page so that you can tag your post. And I'm going to try to do that right away because if I don't do it right away, I'm going to forget. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I would love it if you would post, choose a stamp set that you want to use, that you have, or order this stamp set and get a lot of use out of it. There's so many more. Look at, there's even little coffee vapors, right? Steam. Coffee steam, not vapors. Coffee steam. This is such a fun set. So to order these supplies and more, be sure to go to my website, keriout.stampinup.net. For orders under 150, please use this host code. And I'm happy you joined me today, whether you're watching it live, which it looks like quite a few of you are, and I appreciate that, or whether you're watching the replay. I appreciate you coming on and joining me. If you have any questions or suggestions for what I present at my next episode of Listen at Lunch, let me know. I'd be happy to do that. Tomorrow is Saturday, July 4th. Happy Independence Day to each one of you. I am so blessed and thankful to be an American, and I salute the troops and their families for defending our country, for our freedom, and I want to honor them tomorrow. So I will not be having a Stampin' Scrap tomorrow, being the holiday. I hope that you will join me again soon. And again, reach out to me with any questions you have. I'm happy to help you place an order or help you with composing an order. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. I thank you for watching. Okay, stay well and be blessed. Happy Independence Day.